Adam was like many of us. He had dreams, ambitions, and a heart full of hope. But life didn't always go as planned. Adam worked a 9-to-5 job in a small marketing firm. Every morning he would take the crowded subway to his office, squeezing into the same tight corners with strangers who seemed just as exhausted as he was. His dream was to start his own business one day, but for now he was stuck in the daily grind. One Monday morning, everything seemed to go wrong. Adam woke up late, spilled coffee on his only ironed shirt, and missed the subway by just a few seconds. Running into the office breathless, he was met with the news that a major client had canceled a deal, one that Adam had worked on for months. Frustrated, Adam slumped into his chair, wondering why everything was falling apart. His mind was flooded with negative thoughts. Why does this always happen to me? Maybe I'm just not cut out for success. Later that evening, as he walked home, Adam decided to visit his grandfather, Mr. Oliver. His grandfather was a retired schoolteacher known for his wisdom and calm demeanor. Adam always found comfort in his words. When Adam arrived, he poured out his frustrations. "Grandpa, I'm tired. No matter how hard I try, things just don't seem to work out. How do you stay positive when everything around you is falling apart?" Mr. Oliver smiled gently and handed Adam a small, worn-out box. "Before I answer that, open this box." Adam opened it and found a simple piece of paper with a single word written on it: choice. Confused, Adam looked at his grandfather. "Choice? What does that mean?" Mr. Oliver leaned forward. "Life is a series of events, some good, some bad. But how we respond to those events is always a choice. We can choose to focus on the negatives, or we can choose to find the lesson, the opportunity, or even the smallest silver lining in every situation." Adam was still skeptical. "But how can I find something positive in losing a client or having a bad day?" His grandfather chuckled. "Let me tell you a story. Once there were two farmers, Jack and Sam. Both of them planted the same seeds in their fields. One year, a terrible storm destroyed their crops. Jack was devastated. He sat in his house, complaining about his bad luck, and decided to give up farming. Sam, on the other hand, also felt the pain of losing his crops. But instead of giving up, he thought, "What can I learn from this?" He realized that his crops were more vulnerable because they were planted too early in the season. So the next year he planted later and built stronger fences around his fields. That year, while Jack continued to complain, Sam had a bountiful harvest. His positivity and willingness to adapt turned a disaster into success. Adam listened intently, the story slowly sinking in. "So, you're saying that even in failure there's something to learn?" "Exactly," Mr. Oliver said. "Every setback is an opportunity in disguise. The question is, will you choose to see it?" Mr. Oliver continued, "Do you remember Sarah, our neighbor's daughter?" Adam nodded. Sarah was a talented artist who had always dreamed of opening her own gallery. But just as she was about to launch her first exhibition, a fire broke out in the building, destroying all her work. "Sarah could have given up," Mr. Oliver said. "But instead she used the incident as a chance to rebuild. She started an online art class to fund her new collection. Today not only does she have a gallery, but she also inspires thousands of students around the world. She chose positivity over defeat." Adam was beginning to see the pattern. "So, it's not about avoiding problems but about how we face them?" "Exactly," his grandfather replied. "Staying positive doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It means believing that you have the strength to overcome any challenge. It's about focusing on solutions instead of problems." Mr. Oliver then gave Adam a challenge. "For the next 7 days, whenever something goes wrong, stop and ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Write it down and see how it changes your perspective." Adam accepted the challenge. The next day, when a colleague criticized his work, instead of getting defensive, he asked for feedback and improved his presentation. Later in the week, when he missed the subway again, he used the extra time to read a motivational book. By the end of the week, Adam felt a shift. The challenges hadn't disappeared, but his approach to them had changed. He felt more in control, more resilient, and, most importantly, more positive. And from that day on, Adam embraced life with a newfound strength, knowing that no matter what came his way, he had the power to stay positive.